Hello and welcome to Year 4 Maths with me, Miss Dowley. Let's start by writing the short date and underlining, and then writing the learning objective. I can find fractions of amounts and underlining. So let's revise what we did yesterday and start by finding the fractions of the amounts below. Pause whilst you have a try. How did you get on? So pause this whilst you mark. So what we did yesterday was learned how to find unit fractions of amounts like a half, a tenth, a quarter and an eighth. So how do we find non-unit fractions of amounts such as 3/4? So you know how to find 1/4. So now let's look at finding 3/4. So we've got 8 eggs and we've got 4 baskets. So we're first of all going to find out what the unit fraction would be. So we divide the 8 by 4, and that would give us 2 eggs in each of the baskets. Now the numerator is 3 and it says 3/4. So we now need to look and actually count how many are in 3 of those groups. So we've got 2, 4, 6. So 3/4 of 8 is 6, and there it is written as a fraction. And we can use this to find 2/3. So again, we come back to finding 1/3, which is our denominator, and then looking at what 2/3 would be. So we have 6 paintbrushes, and we're going to divide them into 3 groups. And we can see that we get 2 paintbrushes in each group. Then we want to find out what 2 of those groups would be. So here are our 2 groups. We have 4 paintbrushes in total. So 2/3 of 6 is 4. And here it is again written as a fraction. So when we are finding a non-unit fraction, we divide the amount by the denominator. This tells us how many are in each group. We then look at the numerator, which tells us how many of these groups we need. So we've got some baby Yodas, and we want to find 4/6 of the baby Yodas above. So in total, there are 12 baby Yodas. Now we want 4/6. So first of all, we look at the denominator and we share the baby Yodas into 6 groups. And you can see that there are 2 in each of our 6 groups. Now the numerator says we want to find out how many there are in 4 of those groups. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's my 4 groups there. There are 8 baby Yodas in those 4 groups. So the numerator says that we need 4 of these groups. So we count out how many there are altogether. 4/6 of 12 equals 8, because there were 8 baby Yodas in our 4 groups. Let's try this again with a different amount. So we want to find 3/5 of the cars below. First, we're going to share the cars into the denominator, which is 5 groups. So here they are shared into the 5 groups, and you get 3 cars in each group. Now the numerator tells us how many of those groups we need, and that's 3 of them. So I've got 3 here, 3 here, so that's 6, and another 3 is 9. So 3/5 of 15 is 9. So what I'd like you to do now is work out the following fractions of amounts and use sharing circles if this helps. Pause whilst you have a try. How did you do? So 2/3 of 21 is 14, 3/5 of 45 is 27, 5/8 of 24 is 15, and 2/7 of 49 equals 14. See if you can solve the following problems below. Kim had 30 marbles. She gave Sam 2/6 of her marbles. How many marbles did Sam get? Max had 24 football cards. 3/8 of them were of his favourite team. How many cards did he have of his favourite team? Lily had 25 sweets. She gave 4/5 to her sister. How many sweets did her sister get? Pause whilst you try. How did you get on? So for the first problem, 2 6 of 30 is 10. So Sam got 10 marbles. Max had 24 football cards. So 3 8 of 24 is 9. Max had 9 football cards of his favourite team. And Lily had 25 sweets and she gave 4/5 to her sister. So 4/5 of 25 is 20. So her sister got 20 sweets, a very generous Lily. Thank you very much.